All right, I've coached a lot of years in the NAIA. The NAIA, I've coached for actually 6 years in the NAIA and 7 years if you take it here at Belhaven for my first year. The NAIA stands for National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. It's a very viable association. A lot of schools are in it. They have different types of schools, from private schools to public schools to those transitioning from 2 years to 4-year schools. There's a lot of different schools in there. The difference between NAIA and the NCAA is really the rules and some of the things to be eligible. In the NAIA, you have to meet 2 out of 3 criteria. You have to have an 18 on your ACT, you have to graduate in the top 50% of your class, or you have to have a graduating GPA of 2.0. You have to hit only 2 out of those 3. It's a little bit more open for those that maybe struggle academically. Now, let me tell you something. There are some great schools in the NAIA, and there's some great student athletes, and there's some great schools that have really hard academic rigors. So that's just the bottom of the NAIA. The NAIA can go, each school has different types of things, but across the NAIA, that's what you have to do. They have a different eligibility center from the NCAA. They have a thing called Play NAIA. Take a look at Play NAIA. You have to pay there as well, but you send in your transcripts, you send in your test scores, and then that NAIA tells each coach, hey, this person's ready to go, this person's good. Now, in the NAIA, there are no rules. I say it's the Outback of volleyball. No rules, just right. That's what Outback's slogan was a couple of years ago. So the NAIA allows you to go and as a coach, I can come and talk to you as a freshman at your court, basically in your timeout. I can go over and do it. There's no rule against that, but you can talk to them anytime. Division I, II, and III, NCAA, you can't talk to them until the end of the day after you've been released by your coach. So as you talk about NCAA Division I, II, and III, they can't talk to you until after you've been released by your coach. So if you ref at the end of the day, a college coach from an NCAA school can't talk to you until after you're done reffing. Now, in NAIA, they can talk to you whenever they want to, okay? They can talk to you your freshman year, your sophomore year, your junior year. Most NAIA schools start to recruit you at the end of your junior year to the beginning of your senior year, all right? There's a little bit of a difference in the NAIA and the other ones, but Division II and NAIA still have the same amount of scholarships. The NAIA allows you to have 8.0 total scholarships. You can break those up as half scholarships, full scholarships, whatever, okay? There's one thing that I see the difference in the NAIA, and you can find it by looking at the All-American list. If you look at the All-American list on Division I and Division II, you'll see several people from Nebraska, California, Florida, or Texas. That's about there. Maybe some from Chicago area, okay? In the NAIA, when you take a look at their All-American list, you're going to find almost no Americans. The NAIA has a really large group of international players. So the NAIA gives you a little bit more of an international flavor, which is awesome if you get to meet new people and experience new things. NAIA, again, you're allowed to have 26 weeks of practice throughout the whole year. That's half of the year you can be in the gym. They usually don't have a summer term, but it's very similar to Division I during the year. Weights, practice, film. Weights, practice, film. Weights, practice, film. Weights, practice, film. Okay? Now the NAIA, again, there's no recruiting calendars, nothing like that. So this is a fairly short lesson on the NAIA. A lot of schools, maybe some Division I schools that are upper level, if they have a student athlete that struggles academically, that qualifies at the NAIA level, but doesn't qualify at the NCAA level, sometimes they'll go to the NAIA for a year. So if you're a student athlete that is having problems with your academics, let's say you have a 2.1, you won't qualify for Division I, Division II, and probably not Division III. Or if you have a 15 on your ACT, well, if you have a 2.5 and you graduate in the top 50% of your class, you can go to an NAIA school. So the entrance requirements for the NAIA, now again, not every school is like that. Some schools, like I coached at Lyon College, they had a requirement that you had to have about a 26 on your ACT. So not every school is like that, but overwhelmingly at the NAIA, that's kind of where you are. I don't know if Lyon's still at a 26, but it had to be pretty high, okay? So when we talk about NAIA schools, They can talk to you whenever they want. They can call you. They can offer you as a 8th grader. They can do a lot of things. They're a little bit more open than NCAA schools. So the NAIA schools is a great option if you're struggling in academics, or if you just want a full scholarship, or if you want to go to a smaller school or to a state school or to a private school. You have a lot of different opportunities. Most of the schools are liberal arts schools, but you have a lot of different opportunities in the NAIA. So take a look at the NAIA schools. Not a whole lot to tell you about them because they're great schools. They have 8.0 scholarships. They can give you a full scholarship, but more than likely, you're going to get some sort of stacked scholarship with academics and athletics. Check them out, naia.org, and play NAIA. We'll be talking about NJCAA next as you take a look at the next chapter. Good luck and God bless.